Why does it always seem like there is a lot more month at the end of your money? And why do some people save effortlessly, while others struggle to save at all? The answer might lie in something many of us completely overlook: the little things we like to call money vampires. Today, we're revealing 16 things that are quietly eating away at your wealth. These insights come from studying the habits of Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, who built his fortune not just through smart investing, but through avoiding unnecessary spending. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where your money is slipping away and how to stop the bleeding once and for all. And, best of all, we'll show you how redirecting just these small amounts can start making you serious money. As Leonardo da Vinci said, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. When we eliminate waste and focus on what truly matters, we discover we need far less than we thought, and that this simplicity brings more freedom than all the Gucci bags and Rolexes in the world. But before you're ready to start eliminating wasteful expenses, you need to have your why locked in, because some of these might sting a little, and having a clear goal makes every cut meaningful rather than painful. So, what's your financial goal? Retirement? Get out of debt? Buy a house? Keep it in mind as we explore these 16 money drains and see how every dollar saved will serve your bigger picture. Let's dive in. Number 1. Wasteful bulk purchases. Did your mom always say, buy in bulk too? Buying in bulk seems smart, especially when the per ounce price is much lower. Everyone tries to stock up thinking they're saving money long term. But here's the reality check. How often do those giant packages actually get used before they expire? That oversized container of yogurt? It's probably still sitting in the back of your fridge, forgotten and starting to turn green. The family-size pack of chicken breasts? It's going to waste too, unless you want to eat it every day. When you buy in bulk without thinking about how much you'll use, you're essentially turning what should be savings into waste. How much waste? In the United States, we waste 30 to 40% of our food annually. That's billions of dollars, literally thrown away. Fix this, and you will be saving hundreds per year. Here's how. Plan purchases based on what you'll actually consume. When you stock up on meat because it's on sale, make sure you freeze the portion you aren't using. And recognize that just because something is on sale doesn't make it a smart buy. Do you really need 2 family-size bags of Skittles just because it was on a buy one get one free sale? Sometimes less, truly is more. But wait, speaking of things we buy too much of, our next point might hit even closer to home. Number 2, impulsive shopping. Retailers are the Jedi masters of psych tricks who do everything they can to make you willingly give up your hard-earned cash. From the background music, to the oversized shopping carts, to the strategic product placement, everything is calculated to trigger impulse purchases and make you poor. How many times have you gone in for socks or a gallon of milk, but walked out with a cart full of junk you were suddenly convinced you wanted? Those small impulse buys add up fast and can blow through your bank account before you can say return policy. The most effective defense is beautifully simple. 1. Make a list before shopping and commit to sticking to it. 2. Set a budget before you leave home. 3. Avoid shopping when you're hungry or tired, as you will be more vulnerable to temptations and impulsive purchases. Skeptical that it's that simple? Try this challenge. Bring a list on your next shopping trip and see the difference it makes. Your bank account will thank you. Now, let's talk about what might be the most ironic waste of money you'll ever encounter. Something many of us overpay for without even seeing the difference. Number 3, branded eyewear. Many of us assume that expensive branded glasses automatically mean superior quality. After all, upgrading to the premium brand with the famous logo must guarantee the best product, right? Sorry, but no. You're often paying more for the name on the temples than for the actual quality of the lenses. Here's what the eyewear industry doesn't want you to know. Many popular brands are manufactured by the same company, and very often are produced in the same factory as their cheaper alternatives. When it comes to eyewear, price doesn't always reflect durability or lens quality. You can find excellent frames at discount stores like America's Best or specialized websites like zennioptical.com where your money goes toward quality, not marketing budgets. Research prices and compare options next time you need new glasses. The more affordable alternatives are often equally good, and sometimes better than the marked-up name brands. Speaking of seeing things for what they are, the next example is something millions knowingly waste their money on every day, in spite of the odds against success. Number 4. Lottery tickets. Who hasn't sat back and imagined what it would be like to strike it lucky and win millions? Playing the lottery feels like a magic trick to change your life overnight. And that's exactly what it is, a trick. Want to know the odds? Your chances of winning Powerball are 1 in 292 million. To put that in perspective, you're more likely to be struck by lightning twice than win the lottery. Sure, those couple of bucks spent each week on tickets might seem like nothing, but over time they add up. And if you're serious about your financial goal, you need to ask yourself if lighting those dollars on fire is really helping you achieve it. Instead of playing the lottery, direct that same amount toward investments that actually offer returns. A high-yield savings account or mutual funds might not gain you any clout on social media or at the family barbecue, but it is a much smarter move than wasting it all on scratchers. Over time, invested money grows through compound interest, not random chance. You're building wealth systematically, rather than hoping for a miracle. And if you really have to throw money away on the lottery, at least do the smart thing and set a budget like $5 a week so you don't overspend on impulse. But even if you never gamble on the lottery, we bet the next one is ripping you off right now. Number 5. Bank fees and credit card charges. Bank fees and credit card charges might be the biggest financial vampires you encounter regularly. These small fees, account maintenance, high interest rates, ATM charges add up quickly and suck your bank balance dry, often without you noticing. And by the time you do notice, you're probably too busy picking up extra shifts to call and ask for those fees to be waived. Here's a staggering statistic. In 2019, Americans spent billions just on credit card late fees. This doesn't even include interest charges. Your bank is counting on you being among these suckers. The good news? These fees are completely avoidable. Today's digital banking options offer fee-free accounts and ATM fee reimbursements. For credit cards, the secret is simple. Always pay your full statement amount on time. And if you cannot pay it off in full, then you don't buy it. Take time to review your current accounts and credit cards. Look at the fees you're paying and research cheaper alternatives. What seems like small amounts today can result in significant annual savings. Also consider doing a balance transfer to another card that is offering a low or no interest promotional period. Just be careful and read the fine print. Now, what if we told you that you might be paying double every time you go to the doctor, and that one simple question can save you hundreds per year? Let's expose this medical money trap. Number 6. Branded medication. When it comes to health, we naturally want the best, and we often associate best with well-known, expensive brands. But here's the truth. Branded medications and generics contain the same active formulas and offer identical effectiveness. And, just like prescription glasses, they are often manufactured in the very same factory. The only real difference is price, and it can be dramatic. You might pay $30 for a branded medication when the generic version with identical composition is as little as $5. You're paying for marketing and brand recognition, not superior quality or effectiveness. Always ask your doctor or pharmacist about generic alternatives for prescribed medications. They're available for almost every medication and can save you a ton without compromising your health one bit. So that will save you cash when you're sick. Let's shift to something we encounter every time we dine out, and why it is little more than money down the toilet. Number 7. Overpriced restaurant drinks. Ordering drinks at restaurants might seem like a harmless addition to your meal, but the markup on those drinks might make you abstain just on principle alone. That soda costing the restaurant pennies can end up gouging you for $5 or more when the check comes. You're paying more just for sugar water made to make you fat. And alcoholic beverages are an even bigger ripoff, with profit margins often exceeding 1,000%. Without realizing it, you could be doubling your restaurant bill simply by ordering drinks that could easily be replaced with free water. Skeptical? Just try it. This small change, choosing water instead of sodas or cocktails, can save you thousands of dollars over the course of a year. Plus, it's the far healthier option. If you enjoy alcoholic beverages, consider reserving them for special occasions or enjoying them at home where the cost is dramatically lower. Your restaurant experiences will be just as enjoyable, and your wallet will definitely appreciate the difference. Before we continue, we're curious. Are you already ahead of the game on these? If you've been avoiding these money traps, drop a comment below saying "smart money" so we can celebrate your financial discipline. We love seeing people who are already putting these principles into practice, and your example might inspire others to start making these changes too. And if you're already nailing these basics, the remaining items on our list are going to be even more valuable for taking your savings to the next level. Next up is a vampire that's hiding in your home right now. You thought you loved it. You thought you needed it, but it's been forever, and you've forgotten all about it. Number 8, clothes and accessories you don't love. How many items are hanging in your closet that you bought because they were on sale or because you thought you might wear them someday, but never actually do? How many times have you looked at those items and decided to keep them around anyway? It's time to get real. When we buy something we simply like rather than truly love, chances are that item will gather dust while taking up valuable space. The solution is applying the love it or leave it rule. If you don't feel excited to wear something immediately when trying it on, it's probably not worth the investment. You want to focus on quality over quantity too. Having a smaller wardrobe filled with pieces you genuinely love and want to wear frequently is far better than a closet stuffed with rarely used junk. Before making any clothing purchase, ask yourself, do I really love this? If the answer isn't an enthusiastic yes, it's time to walk away. This one step will save you tens of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. Speaking of things we accumulate without thinking, up next is the quiet sort of money pit. Unlike clothing that looks you in the face, this one is content to sit unnoticed while it sucks your bank account dry. Number 9, unused subscriptions. In today's digital world, it's incredibly easy to accumulate subscriptions to services we barely remember signing up for. Whether it's streaming services we haven't watched in months, or digital magazines gathering virtual dust in our inbox, unused subscriptions are major money wasters. Research shows that 2/3 of consumers forget at least one subscription they regularly pay for, resulting in an average of $240 wasted annually. That might seem small initially, but consider what you could accomplish if that money were invested or saved instead. Let's look at some real numbers. Say you discover $20 worth of unused subscriptions each month. That streaming service you forgot about, a magazine subscription gathering digital dust, maybe a fitness app you never opened, or that content creator you used to love but haven't watched in 6 months. Instead of letting that money disappear into the subscription void, imagine redirecting those same $20 monthly payments into an S&P 500 index fund, earning an average 8% annual return. After 20 years, that simple redirection would grow into approximately $12,000. Are you willing to give up $12,000 for TV you aren't even watching? The solution is straightforward. Target your subscriptions like you're a paid assassin. Take a few minutes to check your bank or credit card statements and cancel any service you haven't used recently. This small effort can generate significant savings and free up budget space for things that truly matter. Set a reminder to do this quarterly. Think of it as financial spring cleaning that pays you back immediately. What about the money traps when you're far from home? The next one might be the worst of them all because you know you're being cheated, but you do it anyway. Number 10, paid Wi-Fi in hotels. Charging for Wi-Fi in hotels is a practice that, while becoming less common, still exists in many establishments and in many countries. Surprisingly, even luxury hotels may include this fee, which can drain you for about $10 to $20 per day. Over a week's stay, this amount starts adding significant weight to your budget, especially when you're paying for something that should be standard in today's connected world. Here's a simple tip. Many hotels offer free Wi-Fi to loyalty program members. What most people don't realize is that signing up for these programs is usually free and takes just minutes. Networks like Hilton Honors and Marriott Bonvoy offer this benefit to registered members without requiring point accumulation or expensive stays. Before paying for Wi-Fi on your next trip, check if the hotel offers a loyalty program. This small action can save money and even provide other benefits like discounts on future stays. While we're discussing travel, the next item on our list really proves that time is money. But if you don't realize why, then you're going to get ripped off. Number 11. Airline tickets and hotels during peak season. Sure, traveling enriches our lives, but poor planning can impoverish us at the same time. One of the biggest mistakes people make is booking flights and hotels during peak season, when demand drives prices to their highest levels. Think about holiday periods, long weekends, and school vacations, times when rates are significantly inflated. Hotels costing $150 per night during off-season can easily reach $300 or more during peak demand. The same applies to airline tickets, which can double in price or more. The rich know how to avoid these excessive expenses by planning ahead, or, when possible, choosing dates outside peak season. This not only guarantees more affordable rates, but also provides more peaceful travel experiences without tourist crowds. Here's a simple timing trick that can save you hundreds on flights. Buy your tickets on Tuesday or Wednesday, and fly on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Saturday. Why? Because airlines release fare discounts late Monday or early Tuesday, and by Tuesday afternoon, competitors match those prices, creating mini price wars in an effort to earn our business. This makes Tuesday and Wednesday the cheapest days to buy tickets. For flying, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Saturday are off-peak days and have fewer travelers competing for seats, driving prices down compared to expensive Fridays and Sundays. We're talking about potentially saving 20 to 40% on the exact same flight simply by being strategic with our timing, with zero compromise on the actual travel experience. And while we are on the subject of travel, there's another vampire you need to be wary of, or else. Number 13. Expensive souvenir purchases. Traveling creates incredible experiences, and bringing back souvenirs is always tempting. However, we often spend on large, expensive souvenirs that ultimately end up forgotten on shelves or stored away in corners, gathering dust. Besides taking up space, pricey souvenirs can waste money, especially when you consider useful things you could have purchased with that amount. Statues, paintings, or large decorative items seem attractive in the moment, but once home, they may lack the utility or impact you imagined. Or worse, be so out of place that it becomes an eyesore in your own home. The smart traveler knows that when it comes to souvenirs, choosing smaller items with real meaning or use, like a photo or even a seashell, is often the superior decision. These items are easy to carry, inexpensive, and still remind you of your trip every time you see them. Next time you're traveling, think twice before buying that expensive souvenir. Choose something you'll actually use or enjoy seeing frequently without overloading your budget. The memories are what matter most, not the objects. Next up is a strain on not only your wallet, but your relationships too. Number 14. Gifts for people who don't appreciate them. How many times have you spent hours looking for exactly the right gift for someone only for their face to go blank when they finally open the box? Then they give their best performance, pretending to like it, as if you're a 3-year-old who just gave them a crayon scribble to hang on their fridge. Look, gift giving is a wonderful gesture, but it easily becomes money waste when gifts go to people who don't value it. The result? Not only have you just set some of your money on fire, your relationship with this person has just taken a punch. The key to giving great gifts is understanding that a gift's value isn't in its price, but in the intention, and how it connects with the recipient. Think about it. Haven't you ever received a gift from someone that obviously cost them next to nothing, but was deeply meaningful for you? You should aim for that every time you give a gift, no matter its cost. Before buying something expensive, discover what truly makes the person happy. Sometimes what they value most is quality time, a memorable experience, or even a meaningful gesture, like a sincere letter or special dinner. Learn the love languages of people around you. If material gifts won't be appreciated, investing in an experience or deep conversation may be much more impactful at a fraction of the cost. The secret is giving something that truly touches the person, not just filling shelves with stuff. Now that we've got your loved ones sorted, let's look at the next waste of money that's a bit bigger than an overpriced present. Number 15. Huge cars. Buying a large car seems appealing. More space, comfort, and that feeling of road safety. However, for many people, especially those in urban areas or without large families, a big vehicle is nothing more than a big money waste. Large cars come with considerably higher costs. Fuel consumption, maintenance, and insurance are all more expensive than smaller vehicles. If you don't need that extra capacity daily, you might be paying substantially for something you don't fully utilize. A large SUV, for example, consumes more fuel and often carries significantly higher insurance costs. Additionally, parking and maneuvering larger vehicles in busy cities creates extra hassle that's often unnecessary. Think about your real lifestyle before choosing a car. If you need something big for your business, live in a rural area, or regularly take long weekend trips, then going big might make sense. But most people live in urban and suburban communities and use their cars mostly for commuting or shopping. If that's you too, then a smaller model is the smart choice. The next vampire on the list is a lot more subtle than a car. In fact, it's usually hidden from most people, and it targets people who are actively trying to build their wealth. Number 16. High fees in investment funds. When it comes to investing, many people don't realize that administrative fees can devour a huge portion of their profits. Investment funds with high fees, such as actively managed funds, promise higher returns, but don't always deliver. And even when they do, fees eat away at your gains. A difference of just 1% in management fees might seem small short-term, but over 20 to 30 years, it can result in thousands of dollars less in your final balance. It's a silent trap that slowly drains wealth, and they're hoping you just go on not noticing. The rich are happy to pay fees when they're getting vastly superior returns, but they will not tolerate high fees when all they get are average, or even below average returns. If you're getting overcharged in your investments, consider moving into a low-cost index fund. These funds, like popular S&P 500 index funds, are passively managed with much lower fees, meaning more of your money works for you instead of being consumed by fees. Additionally, they tend to perform competitively with actively managed funds without the extra cost. Reviewing your investments and seeking lower fee alternatives may be one of the smartest decisions for maximizing long-term returns. And for the real ones who stuck around to the very end, we've got a bonus for you. What if we told you that millions of people willingly pay over 2,000 times more for something they can get virtually free at home, and they do it every single day without questioning why? We're talking about one of the most successful marketing scams in modern history. Number 17, bottled water, literally money down the toilet. Buying bottled water might be the most common money-wasting habit we have as a society. It's rooted in convenience, fear-based marketing, and deliberate widespread misinformation. But everyone needs water, so why is it a ripoff? The average cost of bottled water in the US is about $1.50 for a 16-ounce bottle. Add that up every day over a year, and it comes to nearly $550. Stretch that over a decade, and you've drunk about $5,475. And that's assuming prices never increase. Now compare that to tap water. The equivalent amount costs less than 1/20th of a penny. Bottled water drinkers are paying thousands of times more for something that's often identical to what comes out of their kitchen faucet. Think about that for a moment. We're voluntarily choosing to pay a markup of over 2,000% for what exactly? And here's what the bottled water industry doesn't want you to know. Over 45% of bottled water brands, including major names like Dasani and Aquafina, are simply filtered municipal tap water. That's right, the same water you get at home, just in a plastic bottle with a premium price tag. We've been conditioned to assume that paying more means getting something better, but in this case, we're often getting the exact same product at a massive markup. Just in case you're not yet convinced to give up your Dasani, let's put this in perspective. Instead of spending $547 annually on bottled water, imagine investing that amount in an S&P 500 index fund with an average 7% annual return. After 10 years, you'd have over $8,400. That's the true cost of bottled water, not just what you spend, but what you could have built with that money instead. And look, if you still want to filter your water and be able to take it with you, just get a Brita pitcher for around $30 and a stainless steel bottle. Your annual cost there will be about $75. Or you can opt for a premium home filter from companies like Berkey too. There you have it, 17 nearly invisible vampires that have been silently bleeding your money dry. The strategies you've learned here, inspired by Warren Buffett's principles, aren't just about saving a few dollars here and there. They're the foundations required for building a more prosperous and wealthy life. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 17 items resonated most with you? What's one change you're committed to making today? And if you want us to create a part 2 with even more impactful money-saving strategies, let us know. We publish powerful content like this 3 times a week, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's keep stacking wins.